It's time now to take a spin with Headline Roulette. These are the most compelling, random, and interesting headlines that you may have missed. Today's headline dealer is columnist for the Daily Signal, Jarrett Stepman. Jarrett, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, let's roll. Headline number one, Trump has winning message on LA ICE riots. What is the message, Jarrett?
Well, the message is that the Democrats over the past 4 years have opened up the borders under President Joe Biden, which led to the catastrophe that we're now seeing in Los Angeles today. And I think that the president has clearly sided with the majority of the American people who are very much shifted on this issue. In particular, they're for the deportations going on, not just in Los Angeles, but around the country. And that the violent riots that we now see in Los Angeles, where foreign national flags are being waved, is a toxic issue with the American people. There's no question about that. As now polls are rolling in, it seems like Trump's support is only actually increasing because of this. So if the California Governor Gavin Newsom thought that this was a moment for his time to shine, I think he was wrong. I think most people see that the leadership in California has failed, that President Trump has been serious about, well, maintaining law and order and upholding the law.
And I am not sharing any original content when I say this, but, comics everywhere have noticed the irony of a group insisting that they should be here, but showing the entire world every reason why they shouldn't. And that should be a pretty damning message to the Democrat Party, a warning to them that they are siding with an optical message that is not going to resonate with the average voter come midterms.
It's remarkable. I know that there are some people now handing out American flags at these riots and trying to get them to promote a more a better optics for these protests. But I think the American people already saw it. They've seen the guys on the motorcycles waving the Mexican flags, waving the flags of many different countries, not of the American one. If you want to stay in the United States so much that you're willing to go against U.S. law, at least show that you support the country or want to be here. But that's not what these people are showing. I think most Americans get that. It doesn't have to just be Republicans. I think a lot of independents now side with that too. So again, terrible message that I think we're going to see a lot of this summer, unfortunately.
Yeah. Headline number two, return of warfighters. Army hits recruitment numbers 4 months early. This is a great headline considering this weekend they have their big 250th anniversary.
Yeah, I really love this one. This has been a huge push by the Department of Defense, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, to the return of warfighters, changing the morale in the Department of Defense and to changing that for the men and women who want to show up and serve their country. We've seen now a huge increase in the amount of recruits this year, where the Army has now hit its full recruitment schedule, 66,000 soldiers showing up to enlist 4 months before the end of year deadline. That's a big deal. We're seeing recruitment numbers we haven't seen in 15 years. And I think that actually stems from not just, of course, the increase in patriotism, but the confidence that the American soldiers have that they won't be deployed to endless open-ended conflicts around the globe. That's been a huge message. And obviously it's working spectacularly so far.
Look, who could blame a family who is hesitant to send their sons and daughters off to potential, theaters of war under leadership that advertises, it's a qualification that you have 2 mothers and you have all these other little obscure qualities that make you somehow qualified to be on the battlefield. That does not inspire a lot of confidence. It is encouraging to see that this is being done away with so quickly, and the numbers are showing it. Headline number 3, ABC News drops Terry Moran over late-night post attacking Trump and Stephen Miller. What did he say?
Yeah, I mean, he went basically crazy and attacked Stephen Miller. He said he was a hateful person and just wanted to see harm to other people. It was highly inappropriate for somebody who, look, CNN tries to present itself as an objective, unbiased news network. And this is somebody who was one of their reporters saying something really terrible about a member of the Trump administration. I'm glad they took action on this. I mean, I think it goes to show how many of these mainstream media outlets, there are a lot of reporters who sort of pretend to be objective and unbiased who aren't, who are actually very extreme and hateful. They sound like a toxic social media post. I mean, that's what this really was. So quite unbelievable message, but they made the right call in this case because that's really inappropriate for one of the reporters to do this.
Well, certainly. I mean, I was down in the White House basement in the last 2 years of the Trump administration, the first one, and then the first couple years of Biden's. And, I saw that characteristic, this veneer that they all carried, that they were somehow these neutral arbiters of truth, when in reality they had rabid opinions about what was going on, and it really was almost like a game. They would sneak it into their reporting in every sneaky way they could, and for a time they weren't sneaky about it. So I don't know. I'm surprised that the leadership was actually fired the guy, but at the same time it could be a very encouraging sign that even big corporate media realizes there's not a lot of money in that message.
Yeah, the legacy media has really taken a nosedive in just even the last year. And I think they know that they need to recapture a lot of the Americans who have simply tuned them out over the last 4 years. It's going to be hard to get that audience back. I kind of doubt that they can at this point. But it seems like certainly the corporate bosses are saying that, hey, something needs to change here because, especially when you have deranged rants like this against the president and his staff.
Yeah.
I think it's a very bad look. Again, with a lot of Americans who maybe would listen to their message if they weren't getting that from the people who actually work there.
It's a great point. Jarrett, it's a good time to have you on. Thank you so much for laying out Headline Roulette. We'll have to see you soon.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Remember to download the OAN Live app on your TV and your favorite streaming devices. You can also catch any Fine Point episodes you may have missed right there in the app with our video on demand feature. So spread the word. I leave you with this. Truth is so rare, it is delightful to tell it. Good night, Godspeed, until tomorrow.